Kevin? Kevin, yeah, Martha's here. She wants to give you a kiss.
Shut up, Ma. I'm with my friends.
Hi, Mrs.
Hi,
Krupowitz.
Mrs. Krabuppelwitz.
What are you doing down there that's so important?
Well, you see, to put it simply, Ma, it's time for Talkin' Nerdy, the nerdy talk show where I ask my guests to talk nerdy to me.
Oh, my.
You are listening to Talking Nerdy, that nerdy talk show where I ask my lovely, lovely guests to talk nerdy to me. Oh, that was bad. That was real bad.
Yeah.
I'm going to try one more time. Talk nerdy to me. I like that better.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell the difference.
Hey, it was there. It's in the subtleties. You know how it is.
Yeah, we don't have blooper reels. We just go with
Because when
it.
I think of you, I think subtle.
Shut up. Anyway, can you believe it? It's the last episode of the season. Yeah.
Yay.
I don't think that's a yay. I think that's an aw.
Well, it's like a bittersweet, right?
Yeah, bittersweet. I'll go with bittersweet.
I think this is the first season I've been in every episode for a season.
Hey, and Stephanie, too.
Yeah.
Me, too. No, I'm kidding. I've been here for every episode ever.
Well, I think you're the host. That's kind of the rule.
I mean, it's kind of my job. Kind of my thing, I guess. I don't know. Whatever.
Yep.
But yeah, no, it's been a long semester, been a long season, and I've enjoyed every moment with it. I want to let you two know that this has been probably the best season of Talking Nerdy ever.
Aww.
I think so. You know,
Am
come
I?
on. We are on TV.
Yay.
Yay.
It's awesome. Anyway, I forgot to do the introductions. I, Frost, Alex, whatever you're going to want to call me, am joined by Stephanie. Wave to the folks.
Hello. I'll wave this time.
Yay!
Yay.
And Steven. I'm going to... Yeah, there we go. And by me. And by Milkshake the Bear. He can't wave. He's a bear.
He's waving in spirit.
He's waving in spirit. Yep, Milkshake the Bear is pretty awesome. Very soft.
I
very
should have brought my manatee bear.
Oh, yeah. We could have had all the things. I don't know. I felt that tonight we needed a special guest, and Milkshake the Bear was available, and
I don't think I've ever had a stuffed animal.
Why?
you poor deprived child.
Wait, why?
Because he's been deprived, Stephanie.
No.
Deprived of all things good in
Well,
life.
Steven, I've never had a car.
Yeah, I've had way too many of them.
You're not alone, though, Stephanie.
Yeah, I
He
know.
might be alone.
I'm sure there's some other people that have never
I mean,
had
maybe I've
stuffed
had
animals.
or maybe I've had a stuffed animal, but before the age of remembering. I don't know. How far back can people remember?
Pretty far back.
You can probably remember farther back than I can, Steven.
Well,
Remember,
yeah,
Steven's old, so he doesn't have a good memory.
yeah. I think I have 10 years on you.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, you have 10 years on her.
Yeah.
Steven was explaining roll up or roll down windows, car windows.
Oh, yeah,
me.
those things. Mm-hmm.
I
They
think
exist,
I
by
think-
the way.
they're still on some new cars, actually,
Why?
Why?
because cheap.
Because there's
That's-
people like Steven in the world.
Exactly. It's all Steven's fault, let's be real.
No, it's all because they're cheaper than electrics.
I like my answer better.
I don't, because I get blamed for everything then.
No, but I think in this case, it works. Anyway, this episode is called As the Nerd Flies, because I wanted it to be a pun.
Because Alex spent 5 minutes thinking of a pun.
I didn't spend 5 minutes, maybe 2. And even half of that was just going, so it wasn't really thinking. It was just...
It was kind of thinking, Alex.
Kind of, but really spacing out, and then it just hit me.
Of course. It didn't hit you in a way that hurt, right?
No. It just sort of popped into my head.
Yay.
Gotta love ADHD, don't you?
Yeah. What were we talking about? Squirrels, right?
No, we were talking about
Why do
nerdy
you
things,
Why do you
Steven.
always default to squirrels?
I don't... squirrels, but, not this
If
time
anything,
of year.
it would make sense for me because we don't have squirrels, but
Yeah, I know, really. Really? Come on. Anyway, lots of stuff happening this week. Believe it or not, like we haven't done like a nerdy news segment in a long time, like at all. And I think Stephanie's playing Slime Rancher right now.
No, I'm being a good child.
Both of us are keeping an eye on the chat to know if we need to comment on anything.
Right. Well, first thing, let's start with some bad news, because then the good news will sweeten it.
Okay.
We're gonna try to keep positivity into this, stressful time of year. Positivity.
Yes.
I heard that Fallout 76 has had a breach of information. And if you bought stuff in-game with their currency or whatever, your credit card and stuff was online now. Yeah.
Yep.
So another reason not to buy Fallout 76. That's just my opinion. If you like the game, by all means, keep playing the game. I think it's
I feel like
minimal.
that is like 3 good reasons not to buy it.
Well, I tend to think that I tend to always be slightly worried about giving online information to credit card.
Yeah. I am generally wary as well for that reason. But it's like one thing after another with Fallout 76. It's like I don't know if they didn't think it all the way through or what. The other thing that I found out rather recently, I think it was today or yesterday, Skyrim, Fallout 4, and Fallout 76 are all made using the same game engine, which is 17 years old now. And they're going to continue to use this game engine to create the next games from Bethesda.
Okay, well, I mean, if it works, it works.
But it's falling behind. And they're like, well, we're just comfortable with it. And, like, comfort is one thing. And I guess if the quality of games is still there.
Yeah, well,
like,
I mean,
if the quality's there, I won't complain. Because I'm excited for Elder Scrolls 6 whenever it comes out.
I mean, I've never played any of the games, so I don't know anything about their quality.
Good games, very buggy. That should tell you something.
Oh no, I hate buggy. I can't. Even if it's like the best game in the world, if it's buggy.
Some of the bugs are kind of amusing, but like some of them are just game breaking. So, modding community to the rescue.
Yay.
Literally. So yeah, that's kind of a double bad news. I guess one of them is neutral, right?
I mean, isn't there supposed to be a good news?
More neutral news.
Okay.
Neutral.
I believe I mentioned that Crunchyroll and Funimation parted ways a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think it has to do with the parent companies and Sony is whatever.
Bunch of stuff.
Well, Funimation is signing on with Hulu. Conveniently, weeks or a month after they decided to split with Crunchyroll. I wonder if that's related at all.
I mean, my experience with Hulu, I used even their paid service once, and it was just not as good as Netflix or any of the others.
Hulu has,
I've
Hulu's
never
anime
used
section
Hulu.
is going to grow, is the point. And this leads into the next thing, and I'm kind of upset about this, because I'm not going to buy Hulu, because no way. I already pay for Crunchyroll. No. They're also releasing a remake of the Fruits Basket anime, and it's going to have the entire story.
Yes!
The entirety of the story.
Yes!
But I'm not going to be able to watch it unless I buy it.
Oh.
Because it's going to be on Hulu and Funimation, not Crunchyroll.
You'll have to.
That's why, yes, it's great news. I'm super excited to get the whole story of Fruits Basket in an anime form.
Yeah.
I'm not excited that I have to get another service to do so.
Yeah.
Can you explain to those of us that don't know what this one is, what it is?
Fruits Basket is a classic. It is about a family who is cursed that if they are touched by the opposite gender...
Well, if they're hugged by the opposite gender.
Is it hugged or is it...
I think it's
just touched.
hugged. I think it's hugged.
Oh.
There's the almighty Google to answer that correctly.
Some sort of certain amount of physical contact causes them to revert into one of the animals of the Chinese zodiac. And this becomes apparent very, very quickly because this girl named Toru moves in with 3 of them because of circumstances.
Because anime plot.
Because anime plot. Literally, well, like, it makes sense, kind of, but at the same time, like, anime plot. Like, nowhere else would this work out but in anime. Well, no, not necessarily. I could think of kind-hearted people who would do the same thing. Although the Zodiac thing is not real.
According to
It's
someone
not?
in the chat, it's a hug.
Okay. There are other circumstances where it happens, though. So,
But they were strangers to her, right? Like, yeah, they
were strangers.
They
but
went
no.
to the same school.
Yes, but they didn't really know each other.
Yeah, I feel like that is
Mhm.
a little weird.
Kind-hearted people are out there. We just don't necessarily see it over here in the U.S. a lot. Not like that, anyway.
Steven,
yeah.
what's your Chinese zodiac animal?
I believe it's a snake, but I'd have to look it up.
Anyway, so it's a classic and it's very well done. But the first anime, the anime that they made for it,
Yeah.
just ends. It doesn't have a satisfactory ending. It doesn't even cover the whole manga. They just ended it. And then you had to look up the ending if you didn't want to read the entire manga.
Yeah.
That was me.
Yeah, me too.
But now we're getting the whole the whole story in an anime form, and it's going to be great.
My favorite character was the little sheep boy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I loved Toru because she was just so innocent but positive. Toru was great.
Yep.
And I'm excited to watch it again.
Mm-hmm.
Although, I may have to do the shameful thing and look it up on streaming sites that aren't paid for,
Tisk tisk.
I mean, I would if I could, but
You
I
can't,
don't
so
have
you
the-
shan't.
What? Yeah, I can't, so I shan't. Exactly. I like that. I like that a lot.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, so that's some more exciting news on the nerd front. Now, my question that this is all leading into is, with all this news, all these announcements, all these things going on, what are your plans for the upcoming break before our next season that are nerdy and that you plan to do? Because we're going to have some time off to just chill out and nerd. You know what I'm saying? So, Steven, what are you going to do?
Well, I am going to London with a study abroad for Landmark.
Yep.
I know you aren't the biggest fan of Harry Potter, but I am going to go to the gift store at King's Cross that's Harry Potter based and
Right.
take the obligatory picture on the
Right.
cart that's built
I'm
into
going
a
to
wall.
tell you right now, and I apologize, it's disappointing.
I,
It's kind of sad.
I wouldn't do that because I know that a bunch of other people's hands have been on that.
More than you know.
Yeah, so that's why I wouldn't do that.
I mean, there is Purell for a reason.
Right. Or
So
you
are
can
you
just go
gonna-
wash
are
your
you
hands
gonna
in the
use it?
bathroom.
Probably. Also, just think how many people have touched...
I feel like you're not going to use it, Steven.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just want the picture.
I get it. I mean, for super fans of Harry Potter, like, I'm sure it's fantastic.
Yeah.
But it was just kind of
There.
I
like,
go there
there's
for...
nothing. It's just half a basket sticking out the wall. And you're like,
Well,
Okay,
I
I
mean,
would
there-
go there to, like, buy, like, the sweets, because the sweets seem cool.
yeah, no, yeah.
Like butterbeer.
but I think you can
I
get
don't
that
know if I'd
outside
like
of
it,
King's
though.
Cross. You can get that kind of.
Because isn't
wherever.
butterbeer like soda? Is it?
It's like a soda. I think it's just sickly sweet though. Like,
Yeah, I probably wouldn't like it, though. If it has carbonation, I wouldn't like it.
I think it's carbonated.
It is.
Well, yeah. But yeah, no, it was just kind of again there. Far more interesting places to go in London for me.
I've never been
Well,
to London.
I will be
so.
there for, like, I think 20-ish days, so there's a
Oh yeah,
lot
you'll
I
have
can-
plenty of things.
This
to
was
do.
far enough for me.
Yeah, there's a Sherlock Holmes museum which is really cool.
Ooh.
That's really
Okay,
fun.
funny story. When I was taking my IQ test,
Yeah,
one of the questions that the guy asked me was, who created the character Sherlock Holmes?
yep,
So I said, Sir Conan Doyle.
yep.
And he said I was the only person that ever got that right.
Really, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle?
Yeah,
Really?
which surprised me.
That is surprising. Like,
I mean,
I mean,
Hit-
again.
as a little bit of a history buff, it's amazing what people don't know about history.
But if you're
Well,
a
the only
history buff,
reason-
you also go deeper into history.
Okay,
than a lot
the
of
sad
people.
thing is
Yes.
I only know that because I watched the Conan anime.
Oh, right. See, us nerds, we learn stuff from anime and manga and comics. You should become one of us. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying, folks at home. You should become a nerd. Join us. You're all welcome.
And I learned all the stuff from the History Channel before it became a little bit too reality TV-esque.
That's all the channels these days.
I liked Animal Planet more when I was little.
Yeah.
I still like it. They still have some pretty cool stuff.
Only allowed to watch like Disney Channel and Animal Planet.
Disney Channel turned into completely just garbo. Just hot garbage. But anyway. So, that's Steven's plans. Stephanie.
To be honest, I just can't stop thinking about the plane ride.
The plane ride you have to take all the way back to Hawaii?
I don't wanna.
Would you like to drive instead?
Yes.
I'll get you as far as California. You can drive the rest of the way.
Yeah, I don't. And also,
but I can. I don't have my license.
Well, technically, you don't need a license to drive a car on water.
No, you just sink.
Yes. Well, there are a few cars that float, but they.
No, you still need a license.
Oh, and although most amphibious cars don't do well with salt water.
Yeah. That's true.
Oh, and I also have to take pictures for you guys.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Of what?
Of home.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yes, that'll be very cool to see.
Yeah.
It's going to be completely different than what we know, for sure.
Yep. Although you've been to Hawaii, right?
Yes, but not the island where Stephanie lives.
True.
Oh, yeah, you went to the Big Island.
Yep, I went to the Big Island in Kauai.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only experience with islands I have are Nantucket and Martha's Vineyard. So I'm sure they are very different.
I don't know. I've never been there.
Very, very different.
Yeah. How long is your flight?
11 hours.
Yeah.
Pat on shoulder.
It's like 10 hours the other way, though.
9, but we were 4 hours delayed. So we sat on the plane for 4 hours while they tried to fix it.
Awful. So, somebody just reminded me in the chat that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate comes out tomorrow.
Isabel.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to buy it for a while because I'm broke. The holiday season tends to do that to ya.
Oh, yeah, I'm getting you guys your Aloha shirts.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Very excited.
Sorry, Alex's wife.
Syrup. Maple syrup is delicious, and you can really only get it like in Vermont and New England.
Yes.
It's like, otherwise it's not.
Oh,
maple
have you
syrup.
guys ever chewed sugarcane?
Actually, yes.
No.
You didn't like it?
No, I have.
No, but did you like it?
I don't remember.
Oh,
but I know
okay.
I've done it.
I've never tried sugarcane, but
It's sweet.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's sweet and then it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's just wood pulpy, I think.
Yeah.
Getting maple syrup for people for Christmas has kind of become my thing in the family.
Cool. But let's talk about Smash Brothers. You know the thing I brought up?
Yeah, I don't...
Tangents, my friends.
I like Animal Crossing, so I'm glad Isabel's in it, but
yeah,
I don't really like Isabel in them.
When they added Villager, it was really cool. If you time it just right, you can pretty much pocket anything. And then throw it back at them.
Yeah. But I think Isabel in the game is a little annoying because she's like, oh, well, you're the mayor, but you can't just do whatever you want, so I'm going to give you a list of options.
You're like, you're the mayor, but, well, that works in, like, normal places, too.
Yeah, but she only gives you 4 options.
That's also fair. Or you could just ignore them and not do anything.
And she does this thing where it's like, oh, if you want to talk about mayor stuff, you have to go behind the desk and sit in the chair.
Well, that also, like, from a game designing aspect, makes sense.
I guess.
Because then it triggers different things. But, like, it's kind of like, oh, you just showed up and you're
the actual real thing that bugs me is when there's an event going on, you can't, like, do mayor stuff.
Yeah, but I guess that counts as a holiday and everybody's taking off for the day, so.
But she's working. She's just outside.
She's a workaholic.
That's true. Steven.
She needs to stop
like you.
and enjoy.
Workaholic.
Me, workaholic?
Nah. Sometimes.
When it's paid.
When it's paid.
When it's paid.
That's what a workaholic is.
What?
Doing your job far too much. That is unhealthy.
I mean, I have worked 30 hours in 2 days before.
That's too much. It's unhealthy.
He stands by his previous statement.
It doesn't change the statement, Stephen.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you silently, without saying I agree. But
Why don't you just say you agree to the people?
I agree. I'm a little bit of a workaholic.
Take care of yourself.
Oh, okay.
Take
I think
care of
that's
yourself,
as
folks.
far as we're gonna get.
Yeah. Anyway.
But I am not looking forward to that plane flight.
Yeah. Well, you've got at least. Do they have at least outlets on the plane? Maybe.
Or-
Yes, they do.
Or those
Oh, good.
like.
So you can charge your DS while you're there.
Yeah.
I've learned to always bring headphones on planes because if you're really lucky on some of the new ones, you can plug your headphone in and watch
A
movie.
TV thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've,
all
like, caught up-
Hawaiian Airlines has that.
That's
all
really
of the
cool.
planes.
Yeah, I caught up on all the movies that were in theaters I never saw last time I traveled overseas.
That's cool.
I just like sleeping on the plane.
I can't sleep on planes. It's
I
kind of the
can't
worst
really
thing
sleep
ever.
either, but
You
I
can rest.
go like in and out of sleep.
No.
Yeah.
I watch too many air emergency shows to be able to ever sleep on planes again.
Yeah, but if there's an air emergency going on, like, you're not going to sleep through it.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Like, I'm sorry, if the plane starts shaking, you're going to wake up going, okay, what's going on?
Yeah.
Freak out! And then they're going to calm you down, and then everything will be fine.
I'm pretty good in crisis situations though.
I could see that. Definitely.
Some people are better, some people are
Okay,
worse.
so when the missile thing happened in Hawaii, do you guys
Missile
remember that?
thing? No.
There was an emergency alert that accidentally went out because someone hit the wrong button.
Someone
Oh.
hit the wrong button and the alert went out on everybody's phones. And my family was just like,
Oh.
well, and so I went in my room and watched YouTube. And my friend said that he went into his room and ate cheese and cried.
You know? Two kinds of people, I guess. Anyway, let's get back to the nerdiness. Try to stay on topic for once.
All right.
Okay, I will focus my mind.
On the nerdiness.
What is the topic?
Well, we started talking about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate,
Oh, yeah.
and then we got derailed. And now we're back.
That's Nintendo, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Just
He knew. We will applaud him. He knew something.
all right. I mean, after we're done with Super Smash Bros., we can talk about our favorite Nintendo games of all time.
Oh, yes. But what character are you looking forward to the most? Because
Uh,
I know you said Isabel, but, like, you don't really care for Isabel. So, like, what character are you looking forward to the most?
Oh.
Are you even going to buy the game?
No.
I didn't think so.
Not really my style.
I usually buy the Super Smash Bros. Games just to have them.
Plus,
play through
I
them.
wouldn't have anything to play it on.
You have a Switch somewhere, don't you?
Yeah.
Maybe that should be one of your missions this break, is to find your Switch in your house.
But you don't know what my house is like.
I don't, but I imagine some digging and you'll find it.
I mean, it's amazing what you'll find when you actually go through and look for stuff. I found a screw for a
I'm
part that I've been
awful at
missing
looking
for
for
6
stuff.
months.
Steven, I am awful at looking for stuff. I have to, after like half an hour, I have to get my mom, and she'll instantly find it.
So just skip the half hour of looking and just ask her.
I don't know how to do. Oh, just ask her.
Yeah.
She said she couldn't find it.
Well, then you should start. I guess it has to be the looking, and then she finds it.
I tend to find things that I'm looking for when I stop looking for them and I'm looking for other things.
Right. So look for something else, and you'll find it.
Like what?
I don't know.
What else are you missing?
Look for your MacGuffin.
My what?
Look for your missing Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yeah. Look for.
I have them, Steven.
I thought
Look
you were
for a-
missing your extra deck cards.
No, I said I need more extra deck cards.
Once again, his memory is gone.
Remember, I said I only have 3 extra deck cards. Can you help me get more?
And yes, the answer is yes.
Yes, we just haven't got around to it.
We should get around to it.
We should get around to a lot of things.
Yes, Minecraft cake.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to it. Eventually.
next season.
Eventually.
Steven, weren't you supposed to write a song?
Yeah, weren't you supposed to write a song?
Going off on us about our cake.
Yeah. You were supposed to write the song way before we were supposed to make the cake.
Yeah, I'll try to do that over Christmas break.
You promised it to us by this episode. I feel hurt and shocked, and we should get back to talking nerdy.
I mean,
All right.
the song is for talking nerdy,
It is. It is.
but
Well-
it in itself is not nerdy.
Yeah.
No, it should be. The song itself should be nerdy.
But the song is not made yet.
That's true.
So, can I bring up something nerdy for a change?
Sure.
Please do.
So, there's one of my favorite Nintendo games of all time I've really been wanting to play for a while.
Yeah?
Pokemon Yellow.
No, actually not Pokemon Yellow.
Really?
Which one?
Donkey Kong.
Which Donkey Kong?
Any of them, really.
Okay.
I know.
Which... so, like,
How many
the original
iterations?
Donkey Kong?
I had a version before it stopped working for the DS that was really fun, and I think it was a reproduction of an older version.
Okay. Well, I'll have you know there are quite a lot of Donkey Kong games that are really fun, and you can purchase them for various Nintendo systems.
I need to get another Nintendo system.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know if you should.
Yeah, about the only thing technology-wise that routinely gets used is my Lenovo laptop and my desktop.
Yes, because Steven, you put it in a box for years, and when you finally found it, you gave up on it and gave it away.
You gave up on it within 2 minutes and gave it away.
And then you figured out how to fix it within
It wasn't
5 seconds.
broken.
It wasn't broken. Yes,
It was
I
just
fixed it in
dirty.
5 seconds because it wasn't broken.
Your charger was a little wonky, but your game was not broken.
Yeah, your
It was
system
just
isn't
dirty.
broken. Yeah, I cleaned it in 3 minutes.
And got a collector's edition.
Yes. Although, I don't know how you got dirt on the inside, but I have to take that to somebody to get it cleaned.
Actually, it was like that when I bought it.
Did you
You
buy?
know,
did you buy
I
it
want to
used?
believe you.
I bought it from GameStop.
Okay.
Did
I
you buy it
believe you.
used?
I bought it
Like-
used from GameStop.
Oh,
If you
okay.
like GameStop, that's cool, but I've worked for them twice. They are not nice.
I wanted to work at GameStop, but I wasn't old enough.
I would skip it. They treat their employees pretty bad.
Well, in Hawaii, we don't have a lot of options for
That's-
video game stores.
That is fair.
Yeah, Bull Moose doesn't exist in Hawaii.
I think it only exists in New England.
That was an example, Steven.
Well,
Well, I mean, you could make a video game / hobby shop.
Here's the thing. Keeping a business running in Hawaii is extremely difficult, especially if it's like a startup business. A lot of the
I
time,
can see how that could be
a lot of the
difficult.
time, you'll see something there, and then like a year, it'll be gone.
That's too bad.
ooh, someone mentioned a game I really miss playing.
What?
In the chat, Crash Bandicoot.
Ew, he's
Crash
creepy.
Bandicoot. Nah.
He's
that was-
creepy.
What?
Creepy.
You don't like Crash Bandicoot?
No, he's creepy.
Okay. I can see that. The games are really fun, though.
Yes. Granted, everyone
So you're a fan of platformers, then?
they can be fun. I just
Because you've mentioned
Hey, Steven, want to
two
play
platformers now.
Want to play Electronic Super Joy?
Do you want to play an awfully hard game? It's
No.
a really good game, but it's just really, really hard.
I finally beat it.
I mean,
Oh wait, I showed you this game.
I mean, I didn't. I will admit,
Good music.
It
really
does have good music.
I don't know why, but 2D doesn't have the same issue as 3D for the motion sickness stuff.
I can see that.
Wait, what do you mean? So you get sick playing 3D games?
Yeah.
Like Minecraft.
It's not a 3D game. It's a 2D game.
Well, it's more the type of layout.
Actually, no. If you get motion sick playing video games, then Electronic Super Joy is not for you.
No, we should let him try.
with
We should let him try.
Yeah, you can try.
I
It
have.
is 2D.
It is 2D.
Why do I have a funny feeling that another segment on the FrostRaven YouTube channel someday might be watch Steven try to play video games and see what happens?
That is entirely what I think I'm going to start trying to do.
Well, we could have like a video game channel, and then it could be us playing video games, and then we could have special Steven Sundays.
Steven Sundays.
Steven Sundays. Or Steven Saturdays. I like Steven Sundays better, though.
Yeah, where Steven plays games and hopefully doesn't puke.
Wait, can I pick the games occasionally?
No.
That's not
You can
the point.
pick the games for the other days of the week, but not Sunday.
Yeah. Definitely not.
You
Write
do-
that down on the list.
You do realize that if we're doing that, I'm making you two play my games.
What game?
Nah, car games are boring,
Steven, I don't even know
I
how to
have-
drive a car in real life.
Well, I wasn't thinking car games. I would probably get the old Age of Empires.
I play Age of Empires a lot.
Pac-Man.
Command and
That's an
Conquer.
old game.
Pac-Man, I think, has been around since 82.
Something
when
like
you were
that,
born.
yeah.
I could be wrong on
When
those
you were
dates.
born. If looks could kill.
If I may have been born in the 80s.
1980.
Okay, I was off by 2 years.
Yes, you were. That's not that bad, though.
Yeah,
I knew it was the 80s, but
I
which
knew-
80 is always a question.
I knew it was early 80s.
And that is about as early in the 80s as you can get.
Yes, just like I'm from as late in the 80s as you can get.
I heard 80. What? I heard
I'm from
1980.
the late 90s.
Yeah, that's true. I'm from the early 90s. But that's okay.
Yeah,
I got to grow up with all the good nerd stuff. All of it.
I think some of it I might have missed out on just because of.
Because you weren't paying attention?
What did I get to grow up
Do
with?
I ever pay attention?
I don't know. But I also know you're not talking into your microphone.
Oh,
You
What
know, the
did-
microphone faces a direction. You also have to face that direction when talking into it, or else it doesn't work.
What did I
Is
grow
this
up
better?
with?
Yes. What?
I'm thinking about what I grew up with.
You would have probably grown up with the GameCube.
Nope.
good system.
GameCube came out in 2001, so I imagine so.
No. I'd never had a GameCube.
I loved my GameCube.
So we could all. I mean, what systems have you had?
Me?
And I'm going to ask the same question to you, and I'll answer it for me as well.
Okay.
Every Nintendo system that wasn't the Virtual Boy.
There was a Virtual Boy.
Oh my gosh, the Virtual Boy's cool. I want to play one real bad, but it's all like, it hurts your eyes, so I don't want to play it. Can only play it in short bursts.
Ah. Okay.
But yeah, no, I've had them all. I no longer have them all. I have a Nintendo 64 that works most of the time. I need to get it fixed. I've got a GameCube that also works most of the time because my parents didn't take good care of them. And I really do mean my parents. You see, when I left home, they just threw all of it into a closet.
Oops.
Yep. I've got a Wii that works. I've got a Wii U. I've got a Switch. We have a PlayStation 2, I think. We have all kinds of stuff. I've got like all the Game Boys and DSs, so.
Yeah. I still fondly remember my Game Boy Color and being very sad when it stopped working.
What did you do to it to make it stop working? Mine still works. And I wasn't kind to it. It went everywhere with me.
Somehow mine's had one of the little battery things rot off, like from
Rot off?
Rot off?
What do you mean rot
like you know
off?
the little like spiral thing. It fell off.
What spiral thing?
That the batteries have the little lump and like spring stuff. One of those fell off.
So like the actual AA battery.
What thing stopped being able to hold batteries in and collect power?
So it sounds like you beat it up
Mm,
for no good reason. You monster.
well,
That's a pretty easy fix, though.
yeah, I just
Where is it now?
He probably threw it out.
Did you throw it out?
He probably rid of it.
Did you
I
get
have-
rid of it?
probably.
Oh.
To be honest, every game system I've ever owned has been, when I'm done with it, has been given to someone like
Yeah.
Alex,
Mhm.
or sold to GameStop for other
I would
things.
never sell to GameStop. They give you pennies on the dollar,
Yeah.
and then they sell it for almost retail. So, no thank you.
The first
Yeah.
game system I had was a DS.
like a regular DS back in 2004.
Yeah.
Woo! I still have my original DS. Actually, I've got 2 of them.
It was blue.
Mine are both blue.
Yeah, I mean that DS you got was because I traded in an Xbox One for
it's
it.
a 3DS.
The 3DS you got.
You have to differentiate because of the DS, the DS Lite, the DSi, then the 3DS.
I kind of liked the DSi. I liked how it was so thin.
I liked my original DS best because you could also play Game Boy Advance games.
Yeah, but the DSi could fit in my pocket.
that was the one you could play Game Boy Advance games.
Yep, and the DS Lite technically.
The DSi could fit in my pants pocket, which is why I liked it better.
I mean, I could fit my DS in my pants pocket, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I could, but it was like not. The pocket wasn't deep enough.
Yeah, female clothes. Big problem.
Yeah.
Okay, like, I'm going to take a tangent, and I really am going to. What's the deal with female clothes? Like, give them pockets. For God's sake.
I think the
Give
fact
them pockets that aren't just sewn on there. Like, come on.
I've had kilts with bigger pockets than I've seen on dresses.
Still haven't seen a kilt.
Yeah, you still haven't shown her the kilt. I've seen your kilt.
Yeah.
You promised, Steven. Maybe you should start writing down all the things you promise on the show so that you can fulfill them.
I think all 3 of us should have a notepad, like things we promised to do.
I've never promised anything on the show.
That's true. I've never promised either.
Or things we've said we should do.
Yes, but you're the only one who's promised.
Well, when I find the kilt,
Wait, you lost it?
Are you surprised, though?
I guess not.
I think it's probably where my snow pants are.
Snow pants?
Buried somewhere in the back of your car?
No.
What are
No?
snow pants?
I think I explained this to you before, but snow pants are pants you wear over your pants so that your
Oh,
pants
right,
don't get wet in the
right.
snow. Because snow, believe it or not, is frozen water. And when it touches your pants, it melts because your body heat melts it.
Yeah.
And then you end up with very soggy pants.
And it's also insulated, so, it's nicer.
If we have some of those days that are crazy level minus degrees,
Yep.
snow pants are a necessity.
I don't have snow pants.
Granted, if I'm wearing snow pants, I always wear shorts under them because the moment I get into a building, I don't want to have snow pants on anymore.
Right. Snow pants aren't for going inside. They are for going outside. And once you come back inside, you take them off.
Yes.
That is the point of snow pants.
Yes. And I've also had issues with these. If I wear pants, they still somehow get wet at the very bottom.
Well, that's because you're not tucking them into your boots. There's a process.
Well, no one educated the North Carolinian on that process.
That sounds like a personal problem.
And we're probably also going to need you to teach the person from Hawaii this stuff too.
Yeah.
What?
Well, that's easy enough.
Yeah.
At least she has boots now.
Yay!
Yep.
Yay! I also have gloves.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's right. You got gloves, too.
Gloves.
Oh yeah, I need to actually place that Amazon order for biking gloves and a biking mask for the winter.
Uh-huh. You could also use a scarf if you tie it around your face properly.
Yeah,
You don't know how.
No, I don't have a scarf right now.
I thought I saw you
would
wear one.
Yeah, I would suggest you invest in one.
Didn't you wear one when we went to play
Yeah.
Pokemon Go?
Yeah.
And you were like, don't tell Al because I'm wearing a scarf?
I
What?
don't remember that part.
Why?
I thought
Whatever.
I think that was because I was worried you would tease me because to me it was cold, but you being from Maine, you would probably be like, this is nothing.
It probably was nothing, but that's not any reason anybody who's cold should not wear a scarf. Wear the right
So what
clothing.
happened to that scarf?
He lost it, probably.
Your room is not that big, Steven.
No,
How did you lose it?
That I have a scarf friend that makes me scarves, and I had scarves that I've asked to be made that haven't been made yet, and one of them was supposed to be for my sister for Christmas. She's now in South Korea,
So you just gave her the one that you had?
I gave her the one that I had that was for me, and I'm getting a matching one made.
You know this isn't nerdy, right?
Yeah, I know.
Alex.
You know, I was talking about stuff, and then you brought up the cold and snow pants, Steven. So really...
You do realize that the moment you invited me on the show, tangents became a bigger thing than probably ever before.
Yes, but
How did I become a regular on this show?
Because you're nerdy and you're our friend.
Oh.
That's why.
And I somewhat listen to you.
Sure. Anyway, we were having a great discussion about the Game Boy, and then snow pants. Why snow pants?
I don't know.
Snow sneakers.
Anyway,
Best version, your favorite version of the Game Boy from beginning to now.
favorite version? I love my 3DS XL. My only thing, I wish it had a Game Boy Advance slot, but that's kind of unreasonable at this point because that's a couple generations back now. But I mean,
Back when the world was in black and white.
no, not even close. I also wish
That's
that the game,
no. That's not normally the response I get to that.
no. I also wish that there was a system that played Game Boy games, Game Boy Advance games, and DS games and 3DS games, like an all-in-one handheld paradise.
You could try and design one.
No, I think Nintendo has to make it.
Yeah. I actually discovered something very cool about my phone I did not know.
Oh yeah,
I have
you downloaded an emulator?
no.
Oh,
I could though. But they actually make this phone has interchangeable backs that have
you've got the different case mods, right?
yeah, one of them is actually a gamepad for turning this into a game system.
Interesting.
So-
I think Nokia did something like that with a phone once. They made a gaming phone, but then they just started making phones to handle games. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but literally it looks kind of like the old PS Portable, which I don't like to speak of that system. But
yeah. I mean, the PSP and the PS Vita were just kind of a flop.
I don't know what you guys
They-
are talking about.
PlayStation did their own portable handheld. Microsoft refused to get into the market because they knew what the outcome would be. But PlayStation tried, and it's still somewhat successful in Japan. But in the U.S., the PS Vita, which is what their most up-to-date handheld is, has flopped harder than most things.
Flop.
yeah.
Nintendo just destroyed the handheld market.
Yeah.
There is no alternative. You get a 3DS.
Which, if I got another handheld system, it would be a Nintendo system.
Right, because they're the only ones who make good ones.
Yep.
Actually.
Yeah. I was actually pretty impressed. I watch a YouTube channel that does torture tests of
Yep.
phones and stuff. I was very impressed when the guy did the torture tests of the Switch of how durable that thing is.
Oh, yeah, no, Nintendo systems are very durable. It takes a lot to break them. They are
Yeah.
meant to be kid-proof.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, they are not Steven proof.
They are not Steven-proof. Are they?
No. Although usually the problem I have with them is the batteries corrode.
See, I have nothing to say to that because I've got a DS that is 14 years old and the battery is fine. So I don't know what's corroding on your thing.
Well, at that time, I think I lived close to the ocean, so solid air.
That's irrelevant. No.
I don't think that's how that works.
It can, but not really. If you're using it regularly, then you keep the batteries, and if you're not using it, take the batteries out for storage and put new ones in when you're ready. I always, to this day, I will keep a supply of AA batteries because of when I was a kid. I always had AA batteries on hand in case my Game Boy started to die or my Game Boy Advance started to die. I needed new batteries. So what did I do? Kept them on hand, kept them around, and then, made sure that they were available for when that red light came on that the battery was dying.
I've always been a fan of rechargeable batteries.
Right, they didn't have those back in the day. Stay with me.
Back in the day.
Back in the days of the Game Boy Color.
They did.
The Game Boy. No.
They've had rechargeable AA's and AAA's. They were expensive as all get out, but...
Okay, so you're saying that back in the early 90s they had rechargeables.
I remember seeing them at Radio Shack when I was young.
I feel young.
Gosh, Radio Shack, are any of those still around?
No, no, right?
Yes, but
The one in the town center near me closed.
yeah, no, a lot of them.
They had a
closed.
big closing sale.
They did.
Now it's a Five Guys.
That I guess isn't a bad trade.
As long as you're not allergic to peanuts.
Yeah, what is it with that?
Okay, so they cook everything in peanut oil if they fry it,
Oh.
and they have peanuts in baskets that you can scoop into.
Are they free?
Yeah.
The peanuts that are just laying around the restaurant,
Oh.
Yeah. And people that are allergic to peanuts tend
should
to be
not go in there.
tend
They
to
even
be,
tell you on the door.
people that are allergic to peanuts tend to be really, really allergic to them.
Yeah, it's kind of an all. No, I'm not going to say that, but yeah, it's kind of intense. But anyway, not nerdy still. But yeah, no. So AA batteries and me have a special relationship, and I always keep them on hand.
Yeah.
Do you have them now?
No, because I don't have any of the systems I need them for.
Oh.
Do you have
Like-
them in your room?
No, they're at home. I have some. Also, Wii remotes, even up until Wii remotes, I always had AA batteries. Yes, they had rechargeables.
I had a
but, like,
Wii, but I never got to use it because my grandma never wanted to give up the TV.
Oh, that's sad.
So eventually it, corroded.
How did it corrode?
I wasn't using it.
So it doesn't corrode, it just sits.
I don't know. I tried to get rid of it, but they said that it was, damaged.
Who did?
Book Off.
I don't know who that is.
It's this thing where you can sell used books, video games, movies, CDs.
Yeah, they were probably trying to cheat you out of it, but...
No, they wouldn't take it at all.
Oh.
I mean...
Interesting. It maybe... From the sounds of your house, it sounds like things are chaotic at times.
Yeah.
I think maybe your relatives had more to do with it than it just being sitting.
Maybe. I was young, so I don't remember.
I mean...
That's also fair.
My dad once got a Wii, and I remember playing it once, and then it never got turned on again.
Why?
We had we could never get the motion detector to work, and it would stop working.
So, something a child could do, you couldn't?
No, because of the setup for how my parents set up their TV, it's a thing that has a closable thing so you could hide the TV.
Right.
Every time someone closed that, it would something would happen and the thing would stop working.
I don't buy that, but I think while they're closed, it's not going to work. But while it's open, it should.
Well-
It's infrared. It doesn't just mess things up because you close some doors.
Well, it would usually knock it off wherever it got mounted, then you'd have to remount it and redo it.
So it has an option to go above and below the TV. I would have just mounted it below the TV. It's not a hard fix.
It was hard for me to figure out because, the motion thing, because
Well-
I was little
Well, I
and
mean,
nobody would help me.
That's understandable.
Well,
But
I kind of got it to work, but it was hard.
all I'm saying is that I've never heard of anybody having that particular problem, Stephen.
Well, also, I couldn't fix it. Every time the thing shut, it would pull the cord out, I think. And I couldn't fix it because the Wii U was, too high for a short
Wii
person.
U or a Wii?
Sorry, the Wii was so high I couldn't get to it without a chair, and I just didn't bother after this first time.
It sounds like it was just poorly set up and that it needed...
Yeah.
Yeah. But, that's neither here nor there. It's not the Wii's fault that you couldn't set it up.
Yeah. Oh, no, I freely
way.
admit the Wii was probably pretty good. I just... Operator error?
Yep.
User error for
Yeah.
both of us.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think it's... Unless you know what you're doing, it can be difficult. And
I don't
especially
remember
if you're a young
how
child.
I don't remember how old I was. I think I was still in elementary school.
Yeah. I mean, literally the only reason I think I went with an Xbox One when I got it was because I decided to go with an Xbox because I wanted something that could play DVDs.
Uh-huh.
I only got a DS because
That's kind of why we bought a PlayStation 2, because we wanted a DVD player, but we didn't want why buy a DVD player for a couple $100 when you can buy a PlayStation 2 for a couple $100 that also plays games.
Yeah.
So we bought a PlayStation 2, and it was the big boxy ones back then.
Yeah. I
The
mean,
original one.
I had
And that was fine.
The first school I went to, they had this really strict rule that you couldn't play games on your computer during school.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
No, but they would monitor your computer, and if they saw you playing games, they would, like, a message would pop up on your computer, like, we see you playing games. And the only game you were allowed to play was 2448.
That's weird and kind of creepy. That they monitored you.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
that's stupid. Don't do that. just don't do that. That's rude. Don't spy on people. Don't.
I mean,
Was it personal computers or their computers?
Well, we had to buy them, but it was required.
Huh.
kind of like how Landmark requires students to buy a Lenovo.
They don't require it. I
Don't they
own
give
one.
you? They give you a computer.
No, you buy it.
You
Yeah.
buy it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, what I want to ask if something I did is nerdy.
Yeah.
So my computer, my Lenovo screen kind of went crazy and stopped working.
Okay.
So I, with my dad's help, found a same model Lenovo that everything worked. It just didn't have a hard drive. So I got that computer sent to me, swapped hard drives, and had a working computer for under $130.
I mean, that's pretty techie.
My friend's computer got drop kicked, so now there's black lines on the screen.
Well, who dropkicked it?
His classmate.
Why?
I don't know.
That's rude.
Because they were like 9th graders.
You're paying to fix
Yeah,
this.
that's thanks for buying me a new computer, bud.
No, it still has the black lines through it.
I still would have been like, you're buying me a new computer.
I mean,
it still works.
I had an issue like that with someone I used to live with where I
He
had
drop kicked your computer.
No, he just I was playing my Xbox at the time,
Yeah.
and this fellow student didn't like that my Xbox was set flat, and he's like, "No, these have to be on the side." I was like, "Leave it alone." He went over, turned the Xbox, and set it on its side, and destroyed the game I was playing, and then told me it was my fault that it got destroyed, and refused to pay for a new game.
That's stupid.
Yeah,
And I wouldn't be friends with that person.
I was not friends with him.
Don't do that.
Yeah,
Just don't
If
be
it's-
mean.
if it's not your system, don't touch it.
And yes, they were designed to be on whatever side. Not Xbox 360s were always lemons anyway. Like,
Isn't that kind of like a rule for like card games where you're not supposed to touch your opponent's card?
yes. It's also like, don't touch other people's stuff unless they give you permission.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Xbox 360 to this day are lemons.
Red Ring of Death.
Oh yeah, all the time. They had more problems than any other system. And it's because they would get too hot and they didn't have enough heat sinks in it, so it would literally melt the circuit boards. And they never bothered to fix it because that would have been expensive.
I mean, I don't know if you've seen the mini fan that's on top of my desktop in my room. It's like a little.
Yeah.
I knew about the Xbox problem, and I actually kept it. I got in the habit of every technology thing I've ever owned I keep an extra fan on it just out of, oh, this is getting hot. Turn on the extra fan.
I also have a little fan that I run sometimes if it's a particularly warm day, but otherwise I'm just like,
Every day
Every
in
system
Hawaii
I own
during the summer.
is a Nintendo product, and they, gasp, they design their products well.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Alex, what
I
would
mean-
you do if you were editing this video and you saw that milkshake moved?
I mean, I would then immediately look at YouTube and be like, okay, who moved it?
Well, I'm too far away.
No,
to,
like you were editing it and you saw that we were just talking and then it just moved like suddenly, inexplicably.
That would be creepy.
What would you do?
I would just
go with it.
go with it, yeah.
There are times that you
just blasted out the speakers.
Oh,
Me?
No, Steven.
Oh.
He just clipped so hardcore. Because what Steven's doing is talking to the side of his microphone and then laughing directly into it. I can see you doing it from here.
The ghost of milkshake.
It's a lot easier to know what I'm doing with the microphone when I'm watching them and can control levels.
Right. Or you could just talk into the microphone.
I got to push all the buttons today.
Yeah. Stephanie helped me out with a little bit of a project, filming, and I let her push all the buttons on the board, and she was very happy.
Are you gonna have board certify her?
She didn't learn how to use the board. She just pushed all the buttons.
I just pushed all the buttons and they all
No,
lit
I
up.
meant, are you gonna, next semester we should. I think
I can board certify her if she's interested. I think she
I
should
feel
be
like
interested.
Steven's more interested in me doing that than I am.
I mean, how long does a person's board certification last?
It lasts as long as you know the material still.
I probably need to go through it again.
Probably. Oh.
Okay, we're getting off on radio equipment, which I don't know if that's nerdy or not.
To a degree, but like
It is kind of nerdy.
it's kind of nerdy, but
It's
like
techie.
we're talking nerdy, and it's. Let's let the people at home decide. If
Decide
you think
what?
radio is
Oh.
nerdy, leave a comment below this video. The one you're watching or these folks are watching. Leave a comment.
And what would you do if you were watching this video and you saw Milkshake the bear inexplicably move?
Yep.
I messed up that word.
Full disclosure, Milkshake the bear is a stuffed animal.
Yeah.
So he's not a real bear.
I mean, if anything causes Milkshake the bear to move, it's because this table is a little wonky sometimes.
Are you sure it's the table, Steven? Because when I'm sitting here, the table doesn't move. I notice that when you guys move around, you guys shake the table. So if it moves, I'm blaming you guys.
Yeah,
I will take responsibility.
I will
for
take
that.
responsibility.
I know
It
I
is
shake the
completely
table.
It's completely me.
Because it's always coming at me, and then the keyboard hits me in the gut, and I'm just like, because the keyboard's mounted like right down here. And
You have to
that's also
suffer
right
for your
here.
art.
Huh?
Suffer for your art.
You suffer for the art of radio.
Hey, it's a good art to suffer for.
I'd rather not suffer, though.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, you know how it is. Anyway, let's get back to the nerdiness, shall we?
all right.
Okay.
So,
So,
do you think that would you agree? I've always had this weird theory with Microsoft where they have this bad habit of making like one bad, then one good, one bad, one good.
they're inconsistent, yes. Very much so.
Yeah, which is kind of why I wonder if the 360 Red
Was
Ring
garbage.
of Death, Xbox One, I thought was actually pretty
It
decent.
was okay. I mean, it's not. It's what it is.
Yeah,
I mean, it and the PlayStation 4 are kind of like one is the other is one. The only difference is the games. Honest.
and I mean honestly, you can play most Xbox One games on your Windows PC and have a lot more usability.
Pretty much.
Spoopy.
That's why I switched to PC
Ain't gotta
gaming.
really. Yeah, no. I mean, a lot of the games will come out multi-platform anyway, so you can basically pick whichever one you want.
Yeah, and actually, I think I was convinced on one of the earlier seasons to make that computer because of Talking Nerdy.
I think that is actually true.
Yes, because there was a poll back.
There was a lot of suggestions from us anyway.
Yeah, I can't remember what the suggestions were, but I think I decided on PC gaming because so much more usability.
I would agree that it is multifunctional.
Steven, you should play some of my Steam games.
Yeah, you really should. Stephanie has some really cool indie games.
Indie.
I'm willing to try something with a caveat. If it starts to cause issues like headaches or anything, I can stop.
But they're not 3D.
Yeah.
But it's weird. Like some games work and some games just don't.
What 2D
We
games
should make
don't
him
work?
play West of Loathing.
Yeah, it's a game of puns. You'd like it.
All the puns.
All the puns. You
Maybe
could
some
be
dad jokes.
you could be a cow puncher, a bean slinger, or a snake oiler. I feel like you would be a
Cow puncher.
cow puncher, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, meat is currency.
Yes, there are meat mines where you can get meat
You go
ore.
mine the meat. It's not what you eat. It's just what you use to buy food, I guess.
Okay.
You can buy
I'm not
books, too.
commenting.
Comment all you want.
Nah. But
You should play it.
You should play it.
Mm-hmm.
West of Loathing.
Like-
Pretty much.
next semester we should see if we can find a camera that'll work for it. Maybe one of the ones that's sitting in the trunk of my car that doesn't get used.
I don't know. 'Cause
Gaming
those have been
channel.
bouncing around forever.
Gaming
But
channel.
they are GoPros, and they were stored without batteries in them.
Are they real GoPros or are they knockoffs?
Knockoffs. They're knockoffs. I'll
I
admit
see
it.
someone
But,
mentioned kindergarten.
Oh, we can make them play kindergarten. That could be interesting.
I want to see Alex make it past the first room.
I did the second time.
You did with my help. I played for you.
I would have figured it out eventually. Like you just wanted me to see a certain thing.
Yeah.
You wanted me to see the end.
No,
of-
I let you pick which one.
Right, but you wanted me to see at least one of them.
Yeah.
So I would have gotten there eventually.
Yeah.
Eventually, if you play something long enough, you'll eventually beat it.
That's
As
not
I
true.
think, or
There are games that if you do not know what you're doing, you will never beat them.
True.
I had to look up a thing to find the last Monstermon card because it was so like you have to do like such specific things.
That's crazy.
Okay, so can I say what you have to do?
It's kind of spoilery. I think we should let them figure it out.
Oh.
Or look it up themselves.
What I was thinking when I said that was the time I think it was Steam played Pokemon.
Wait, what?
Oh, Twitch plays Pokemon.
Sorry, I got them
Steam
confused.
plays Pokemon.
Steam and Twitch are actually very, very different.
Well, I don't use either of them, so I wouldn't know.
Steam is a place where you buy games.
What is Twitch?
Twitch is a streaming place where gamers stream what they're playing.
Oh.
I usually stream.
Yes, very different.
When I stream, I usually stream on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because
we should make a gaming channel.
we could.
Or just use
Or we could just use
FrostRaven.
the same channel because it doesn't matter.
The more,
Steven Sundays.
Yeah.
The more-
Steven Sundays.
the more content, the better.
Exactly. I'm actually thinking during the break that I'm going to create some content like a gaming series. What kind of game should I play though?
Kindergarten.
Too bad we can't try to
Okay,
do like.
wait. What is the rating for games? Like, would you play mature games?
No, we're
No.
going to keep it family friendly.
I think you. Well, wait. No, I think you could play West of Loathing.
Maybe.
It's not that bad.
No, I mean, I'd say teen games are probably okay.
Okay,
you know?
then yeah, you could play West of Loathing.
I mean,
Maybe, yeah.
I think an interesting experiment to see if you can do it is like trying to see if we can do like some sort of like maybe a small nerdy segment through YouTube. Is like the three of us with us apart. That
oh
might
wait,
be fun to
but
try.
then Steven wouldn't be able to play Electronic Super Joy
Oh. Yeah.
because it's
Kingdom Hearts. Well, Kingdom Hearts is certainly an option.
Pokemon.
I've played Pokemon before. I never finished it, though. But I was playing that as a stream series. And I think it's more fun to do things as a stream series anyway. Let's Plays are like, who are you talking to?
We could play that one game that made you leave the room.
What game
No.
was that?
No.
Nope.
What game was
No.
that?
It just doesn't seem like my kind of game.
I
Dream Daddy. And Steven lowers his hat to cover his eyes.
Oh, hey, I also wear this hat because it's a good way to keep the light out of my face and stop the headaches.
That, sure, if it works. I mean, it's part of your style. We should add that to his avatar.
Yee.
Yes.
Yes.
The hat that has people teasing me that I look like a beardless George R.R. Martin.
Who's that?
The writer of Game of Thrones.
Oh, I don't watch that.
But yeah, so in the comments of this video, in the chat on the stream right now, and the folks at home, go to the FrostRaven YouTube channel, and the link is through the BCTV website, and totally comment on one of the videos what game I should play, and I will make sure to do it. I have a suggestion for Kingdom Hearts, which is not a bad choice at all, but let's think of something. I want to make it a short series, so let's keep it short and sweet.
Yellow.
I said short series, so let's keep
To
it
the
short and
Moon.
sweet.
To the Moon took me like 2 hours to
You
beat.
can get,
That's true.
You can
but we said we were going to do that together.
Yeah.
you can grind through Yellow pretty quickly.
I know I can, but I like to take my time with the Pokemon games. Anyway.
Oh, so you would probably get annoyed with me that I just go until I beat the Elite Four, then I'm done. And
No, I take my time getting there.
I'm trying to think of games that I've played that are rated not M.
Yeah, I'm sure there's got to be. Something. Yeah, I'm sure there is something that we.
Let
can
me
play.
open my Steam.
Okay.
No.
Something on the computer would be preferable
No,
too, or something I can
no.
emulate because
No,
that'll be
no.
easier for me, and I don't have to buy an expensive
Have you
capture
played
card.
Slime Rancher?
Well, aren't we going to need a capture card for other things anyway?
Yeah, but they're expensive, so I got to save up for it.
I mean, why does part of me say, like, Age of Empires, maybe?
Because Age of Empires doesn't really have a story. I mean, I think there's a story, but like, there's no story. It's just, it's kind of one of those games that you play with yourself.
Where do you see the rating?
It should be there. I don't know. I'm not looking at Steam right now. I could. I probably have something on Steam too.
I mean, you never know what's on your Steam until you look on your Steam.
Pretty much, but I'm
I'm
not going to
looking
do that
on
right
my
now.
Steam.
But yeah, no, definitely give me some suggestions in the chat. Short, sweet games, family friendly, preferably on the computer.
Someone will have a suggestion. Someone will know.
Definitely. I'm liking Kingdom Hearts. I really am. Although that can be pretty grindy. So let's hold off on that because that's going to be a little bit longer of a series.
I mean,
If I did that.
I mean, you do have almost you have a little over a month of.
I could try playing Slime Rancher.
I do. I also.
Minecraft. Yeah, Minecraft is. That's really open-ended though.
I
And
mean,
actually, I've got some plans.
Slime Rancher does. It has an end, but I don't think you'd
What
be
about-
able to get to it in a short time.
Okay, so maybe that's another one for the back burner until we get a longer series.
I
and more
would
time.
say play Frambeau.
But that's really messed up.
Yeah.
It's very, very messed up. I played through it with her earlier. It's not. It's pretty messed up.
What about Minecraft?
Minecraft.
Minecraft is super messed up.
I mean, that's also one of those open-ended, could go on forever type things, and it's more fun to play with people. Plans for that,
Well, I've never played that game, as everyone knows.
right? Because you refuse. I don't know why he keeps refusing. I mean,
I'm-
we've offered it so many times.
I think if we turned off the sound for Electronic Super Joy, we could play it.
I don't know why. No, I don't. I don't think that the sound. Well, no. I'm thinking about it. Maybe yeah. But the whole point of the game is the sound. So
Yeah, but it comes with some stuff that.
it does. It does, and it's great. And maybe I will open my Steam.
I mean, it would be kind of. I think it would be kind of cool if we could like find a way to group stream like a.
You could put rated.
talking nerdy clip.
You could put higher rated games on. I mean, like high rated as in like rated M. You could put it on my channel.
That's true. But then how would we get it to the folks at home?
Oh.
We could also do Talking Nerdy over Discord. Like, that's not terribly hard.
Yeah, that's kind of what I would like. I kind of would like to experiment with that for like a.
Let
one
us know what
episode.
you think. Would you like us to try to do some Talking Nerdy off-season during the break?
Yeah, I think it'd be really cool to do it while Stephanie's in the Pacific, I'm in Europe, and you're on North America.
I will try, but my internet connection at home is awful.
I also don't know what type of internet connection I will have in Europe.
I know
Although-
what internet connection I will have, and it's awful.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
What is that supposed to mean?
Well, you just said it's awful, so I'm going to believe you.
Okay.
he's agreeing with you.
Thank you.
I mean, I guess one of the nice things about being home at my parents' house is my dad, because of his job, has to
I apparently don't remember my Steam password.
Oh no,
My-
that sucks.
my dad, because of working from home and some of the stuff he does, he can't lose internet, so we have both cable and DSL. So,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
I don't think I've ever been there and haven't been able to use internet.
Oh, I thought a really good game, but it's only on the DS.
What?
It's called. What was it called?
I thought of a great game.
Wait.
That I just forgot.
Give me a sec. Wait, come back to me. I'll think
And
of
I'm
it.
supposed to be the forgetful one.
I haven't played it in a long time.
Oh, Subnautica somebody recommended.
Isn't that game scary?
I don't know. Never played it. I've heard it's good.
if you have a fear of the ocean. I don't. It would suck if I did because, yeah.
Yeah, that would be really awful living on an island surrounded by,
Ocean and being scared of it.
Undertale?
Yeah.
I've played Undertale.
Okay, Undertale, here's the deal. I'm never going to play Undertale, and it's not because the game is bad, but it's because somebody, talked my ear off up and down the wall every day that I have to play Undertale, and if I don't play Undertale, I'm an awful person. So, frankly, I'm an awful person, and I'm not going to play Undertale.
Okay, I've encouraged my friends to play Undertale, but if they don't want to, then it's not like I can make them,
Yeah,
and it doesn't make them an awful person.
They went way past that point, so I refuse to play
Okay, wait,
Undertale.
I gotta remember the name of this game.
That's all right. Take your time. But yeah, no.
Fantasy Life.
I love Fantasy Life.
Oh, you played it?
Me and my wife played it together.
Yay!
It was such a good game.
What class did you pick?
I think Archer.
I did Minor.
Minor is good too.
Can you explain to the uninitiated?
Fantasy Life is a game where you basically choose a job, and you do that job.
You choose a life.
Yeah, a life.
Quote unquote life.
I'm calling it a job because it's the easiest way.
Yeah.
Sounds a little like Second Life.
No.
Second Life?
No. That was creepy. This is a fantasy world.
What is Second Life?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
And basically what it is you choose this job and you get various actions based on it. So miners go out and mine, weavers make clothing, blacksmiths make armor and stuff.
The jobs are pretty self-explanatory.
They really are.
But there's...
I'd be a blacksmith probably.
Well, you have to do more than one job or life.
Well, you don't have to. You could beat the game with only one job, but that's not really the point.
You can beat the game with only one combat class.
I beat the game as a miner.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What did you hit people with?
My dagger.
Oh, right. That must have taken forever.
No.
Yeah, so...
The first time I played it, I beat it as a miner. I like Archer, though.
Archer was a good class.
I hated Paladin.
Really?
I don't like the shield.
Yeah. No,
I'd rather just get out of the way.
There's a bunch of different things. Did you play the DLC as well?
Yes.
So good. Anyway, and you choose these jobs and you switch jobs to make match what you need. And
Steven, I'll loan you the game.
Yeah. No, he can't play it.
Wait, why?
Because he doesn't have a 3DS.
Oh, I'll loan you my 3DS.
I could always borrow the one I gave Alex.
It's 3D though.
No, you don't have to play it in 3D.
No, it's 3D models.
Oh.
I can. I could always borrow the.
It's so good.
He should watch a Let's Play of it to see if it makes him sick.
Do those exist?
Probably.
Yeah. Half the games I want to try because I got through a Let's Play and didn't get sick.
Somebody recommended Stardew Valley, but the only thing I have with Stardew Valley is I own it on the Switch, and I don't want to buy it again for the PC because that's redundant.
I feel like I'm not patient enough to play Stardew Valley.
Stardew Valley is cool. I actually love all the Harvest Moon style games, and Stardew Valley is like...
I tried playing Harvest Moon. I couldn't get into it.
That's fair. It's not for everybody.
Oddly, I could get into Animal Crossing.
It's a little bit more simple than Harvest Moon for sure.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Okay, so I
Although
told
way
my
more of a grind,
I was playing Animal Crossing, and I told my friend that I was playing it because I was bored, and he was like, "Well, why are you playing Animal Crossing if you're bored?" And I was like, "It's not really like for fun. It's more like mind numbing."
It is really mind-numbing because it's so grindy.
Yeah.
It really is.
So I might have watched a random YouTube video the other day that reminded me of a game that I really used to love playing.
What?
Microsoft Flight Simulator.
I feel like the things you enjoy playing are flight simulators and driving games and, things that...
At my mom's workplace,
boring.
they have a simulator room thing where on the walls it's like this simulation of the
train
airport.
Pilots, right?
I don't know.
No,
It's fun. And there's a simulation, and you can make it like Santa flying across, and you can make it snowing.
That's
You
cool.
can make the planes on fire.
Oh gosh, I was like,
Is it a training device or you just...
I don't know.
But you got to play with it?
I didn't get to play with it, but I got to watch them do stuff.
That's cool.
but yeah, what they did was they took clips from Microsoft Flight Simulator and then pretended to be air traffic controllers controlling these planes.
I feel like you'd like talking to my mom.
Yeah.
If I could handle the stress of being
I don't think so.
And
if you ever come to Hawaii, she might be able to get you a tour of the tower.
I would love to see that. That'd be really cool.
I mean,
I say I'm over it at this point.
Well, I mean, you grew up with it.
Yeah.
But
Although
I
they
think
don't
that'd be
really allow
cool.
people to bring their children anymore.
I mean,
well,
I
yeah,
ha-
security concerns.
Yeah.
I mean, was cleared for Cytos stuff at one point, so.
You were cleared for what?
I used to. I have worked in airports in the secure areas before.
Well, to even get there, you need a federal ID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To like not even get in the tower, but just to get in the area of the tower.
Yeah, well, it's kind of an important thing to keep safe. So
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
understand.
I'm not bashing it, but it's like, Steven, I don't know if you'd be able to get there.
I've worked in airports though.
something just occurred to me because I've got something up on my computer that I'm going to read later because it's really cool. But what if I did some like how to play White Schwartz, the card game I love playing, videos? I mean, they're not going to be super popular, but like I think it'd be cool to do.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you did that, me and Stephanie could do some how to play Yu-Gi-Oh game.
Yeah, I mean, I would need somebody to play with, but I think I could probably swing that.
I mean, I'm sure you could.
Maybe some, I'm definitely getting some product in.
I'm excited.
Would you be able to convince Andy to do that with you?
So here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
My wife hates card games, but she tolerates them on occasion for me. But she promised that she would play White Schwartz with me if a set for Cardcaptor Sakura came out. Well, here we go. They actually, within a week of that, announced that there's a Cardcaptor Sakura set coming out in English only. So it's an English only set. So as soon as I can afford that, I'm going to buy her some, and then she promised she would play with me.
You seem very, very.
This is what
very,
happens
very
when you
That
make
is why I love
promises.
my wife so very much, because she will hold up her end of the deal, and she will play with me.
Aww.
And I love her for it. And it's going to be great, because then I can play with her on occasion.
In your aloha shirt.
Yes. she just said fate bit me hard.
and also,
No, karma made it happen. My karma. I wanted somebody to play with, and yes. It's just more things to do together. That's all, hon.
Are you going to try to convince me or Stephanie to play? I'm willing to try it. If
I mean, if you guys want to play, I will bring my stuff and we can try it. We can even film it and be like, this is what we're doing, trying to play this game.
Yep.
I'll play it if you play Yu-Gi-Oh.
I have no aversion to playing Yu-Gi-Oh. I just don't want to play competitively because
Oh yeah,
Toxic scene.
I wouldn't want to play
Oh
competitively
no,
either.
I think there are the Yu-Gi-Oh players that like competitive play, and then there are the people that
play with the old stuff. I actually have some old cards that I could probably
I
play
kind
with.
of don't really like competition
I
anyway.
mean,
I've got a Blue Eyes White Dragon, I will have you know.
How do you think that would do against your deck?
It would probably die. But I would have it.
Wait, what? There's a bye-bye.
Wait, what?
Yeah, no.
I'll see the blue eyes and then like do some weird magic thing that he'll just go, what just happened?
Well, how do you think it would do against my deck?
You would.
I have a Dark Magician too, so excuse me.
Actually, my deck. I will
oh.
say this: my deck is not that good against monsters that are normal summoned.
Well, yeah, your deck's set up to go against decks like mine.
I don't even have a deck. I just have cards. Okay.
Well, bring them next.
If you have
semester,
40 cards, you have a deck.
I might have at least 40 cards.
and we can.
It's not a good deck, but it'll be a deck.
and if you want,
Oh, and you can't have 3 copies of the same card.
3?
I mean, you can have 3, but you can't have
Max.
more than that.
max 3 of
Max 3. That's weird. Playset is always 4. In every other game, it's 4.
Well, there are certain cards that are exception that you can't have like more
can
than 2.
more than 2, more than 1. Alex,
That's weird.
Bring your cards, and I can go into my giant book of way too much money.
And see what we can do.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
Alex. I'll teach you how to play.
Thank you.
Yeah, because I would probably teach you how to play the same way I've been trying to teach you to drive a manual transmission.
Here are the cards. Figure it out. And I'd be like, thanks.
I've never taught anybody how to play it, but
I'm sure we can figure it out.
yeah.
But anyway, I think that's just some ideas to keep the folks, I'm sorry, BCTV folks. I think you might be, no, wait, you're not out of luck because you can go to the FrostRaven YouTube channel, subscribe,
Hit the bell.
hit the bell.
Ding.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hit the bell,
Ding.
thumbs up all the videos, and then you will follow all the content we're talking about, hypothetically. That,
Might or
let's
might
be
not
real, 90% chance it doesn't happen.
I might.
Because I guarantee I'm going to get the cards in the mail, and I'm just going to shred them all open and just open them all, and then be like, I was supposed to turn that into a video. Oh, well.
Come on, Alex. I mean, shoot. I don't. Half the time I get Yu-Gi-Oh cards, I'm not even the one to open them. I usually hand them to
Somebody else to have it open?
yes, because honestly, it's like I know other people get a lot more joy out of opening cards. I'm just like, I'm literally the one that's like, open. Oh,
Hey.
don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care. Ooh, I like this one. Don't care.
I am a fan of the cardboard crack, so it is called. We nerds are addicted to that cardboard crack.
I'm getting the. I'm now at the point where I've just have decided I'm just gonna buy the cards I want and not care.
Well,
I mean-
I have limits of
So-
how much I'll spend for a
right.
specific card.
So, for Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, even Pokemon, it's better to buy singles, like single cards. For Weiss Schwarz, they design it so that if you buy a couple, like 2 or 4 boxes or something, you have at least a playset of all the commons and uncommons, and then you trade the rares you don't want to somebody who also got 2 or 4 boxes, and then you have a playset of all the things you do want. Because Weiss Schwarz being based on anime, obviously there are characters in it, and you want your character, your favorite character. You're not going to want the character you don't like, so you trade with other people to get the characters you do want for the characters that you don't want.
How
And
much?
that's it.
Sorry, how much would 20 packs of Yu-Gi-Oh cards cost?
I don't know.
Depends on the store.
Depends on the store and depends on the set, but like $60 probably.
Oh my
70
gosh.
bucks.
I
80
mean,
bucks.
you.
Figure $4 a pack. That's about the standard for any pack of cards.
Yeah.
$4 a pack times 20 is $80.
Steven, if you buy 5 packs of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, I'll buy 5 packs of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Then we can open 10 whole packs of Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
So somebody asked, a lot of people like, or not asked, said, a lot of people like watching people open cards on YouTube. I don't know why, but they do. I am one of those people. I actually watch a Pokemon card opening channel. The reason is I can live vicariously through them without hurting my own wallet. You get a little bit of the same excitement of seeing somebody open those cards.
Mm-hmm.
And like you feel that, but at the same time, I didn't spend money on them.
I have to ask.
They did.
How bad would it be if like you graduate and get a very, very good job for
Oh
your
no!
nerding?
If I get a good paying job, I will be the most hoarding. No, my wife will kill me. Sorry.
Wanna be
I
an
will
air-
be.
Want to be an air traffic controller? They're
I-
looking for the next generation.
Oh really?
Yeah, because all the people are
We don't
retiring
really
now.
have airport. Like we have a small airport in Maine. Very very small.
Really?
It's barely international. Like barely. Okay, I won't hoard things, but I would definitely be a better collector than I am now.
Well, how good of a collector are you now?
I'm very good. I'm a very good collector.
Yeah, I know what it's like to collect things. I might have, they say car collection starts not $1 at a time.
Uh-huh.
You
like toy cars or like big cars?
Toy cars.
Okay.
You start when you're a kid. You start collecting
Well,
Matchboxes. Then you grow up and you.
I was never into cars when I was little.
So
I like
love
dinosaurs.
the micro machines. You remember micro machines?
No.
They were miniature Matchbox and Hot Wheel cars. Like they were tiny, but they were fun. And I had like 100 of them, and I don't know where they are.
My
Yeah.
favorite toy when I was little was a Saltosaurus.
So
Saltosaurus?
Yeah,
Please explain.
it's a dinosaur.
I figured, but
that's
like
obvious.
yeah, but
Well, what do you mean explain?
salt?
Oh, because it had like white bumps on its back.
Oh.
It was a long neck dinosaur.
Oh, cool. But you called it Saltosaurus?
It was called a Saltosaurus.
Oh.
I feel like
Well,
looking that
okay.
one up.
It's real. Believe
Nah.
me.
Yeah.
Are you looking it up?
No, I think he's responding to something in the chat.
I
Okay.
am.
Yeah.
I
mean,
more
I have-
cards
I
from
have, like,
Yu-Gi-Oh
this-
deck, though.
I have like this dream crazy setup I want to do for my type of gaming,
Uh-huh.
but I know it's going to be very expensive, and I should probably build it while I'm single before I have someone
So-
to tell me no.
Okay. Go on.
Steven, I feel like you're always going to need someone to tell you no.
I don't think it's just in general. You should probably have an app that tells you no just at random points in the day because it'll probably be spot on. You get a notification, you look, no. Damn it.
Hey,
And it has the eye emoji.
Yeah.
yeah, we should probably add
No, the
her.
squinty one.
We should probably add Stephanie to this Tell Steven No Facebook group.
Oh, we should probably do that.
But I want to. A trucking company I worked for, as part of their training, I was so sad I didn't get to go on it. Actually had a simulator that you could simulate driving many different vehicles. They just happened to have it set up for trucks, but.
You could. Oh, that's kind of cool.
And I saw that. I was the only student that didn't get to use it. And ever since then, I'm like, well, I'm going to build my own. It's not going to be as fancy.
But doable. I mean, it's definitely not impossible these days.
Yeah. That's like going to be hey, I finally have disposable income.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, if you have a spare room in your apartment house, wherever you live.
He's going to live in a truck, let's be honest.
Yeah.
And a truck.
He's going to live in a truck.
You said you wanted to live in something that's not a house.
Yes. Like, well, it will be a house when I'm done, but like,
when you're done.
When you're done.
When I'm done converting it.
Uh-huh.
There's a TV show called You Live in What?
And you want to
Is
be on
there?
that show?
Yeah.
I'd
What
rather,
would you live in?
Yeah, what would
What-
you live in?
I'm literally going to, I'm literally going to start looking when I can have enough for a down payment and buy something like maybe an old church, maybe an old grocery store.
Okay. So a building still, but not.
Yeah, but I want something that wasn't originally meant to be a house and to make it a house.
I can see that being cool.
Yes, it's a
But
very.
once you make it a house,
Then it's a house.
yeah, doesn't that
you-
kind of defeat the point?
No, I see his point.
Like I think there was one where they converted there were two grain silos next to each other. They converted it into a house, or the big one is converting churches.
Yeah. Yeah. Churches are fairly easy to convert, though, because they're
Yeah.
already.
If you find the right church, they already come with a kitchen to die for.
Oh, yeah. Big kitchen.
I love.
Industrial. Because necessity, I guess.
I love. I would love to have a kitchen that's just can do way more than I would ever need to cook for.
See, I'm a practical person, and I want my kitchen to be not wood paneled and tiny, like my current one.
I've not seen your current kitchen, but it can't. I'm sure it's a lot better than the kitchen in the building we share.
Not by much. The stove and oven are bigger in our current kitchen.
Oof.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
No response to that.
Yeah, it makes it's fine. It's gas though. Gas is nice. I cannot complain about that.
I will admit my favorite kitchen is probably
Yep.
both of them at my grandmother's house because she has two kitchens now.
I'm jealous. Just a little bit.
Although both of them are electric.
Less jealous.
But a total of 4 ovens, which makes it nice for family gatherings.
One of the
Yeah.
houses
No,
in
3
my
ovens, sorry.
one of the houses in my neighborhood has a gas stove.
Like
I don't know if that's like any different.
gas, as in like it causes flames instead of like an electric coil.
Yeah.
Yeah, gas is the better stove.
Oh, really?
It cooks better.
It smells weird.
As long as you know it.
Smells weird.
As
Yeah.
long as you know what you're doing. I've managed to I'm so used to electric, sometimes when I switch over to gas I use too much heat and don't catch it quick enough.
With gas? Or
I-
on electric?
I cooked on electric most of my life,
Oh,
so
so you're not used to gas.
I'm not used to the fact it actually heats up quickly.
Oh, so, I grew up using gas, so electric was kind of a pain.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I once ruined a perfectly good pasta sauce because the electric stove charcoaled the bottom.
I once
Pure charcoal. Just
last time I tried to make macaroni and cheese while visiting a friend, I might have put too much cheese in and too much heat into the cheese sauce and just
bricked it. Did you break it?
Yes. Well, I bricked
Wait,
half.
whoa. Last week was Talking Foodie. This week is a nerdy episode. Back to the nerd. Somebody's been pointing out in chat the dangers of card collecting, and I do want to take the time to do a little bit of a public service announcement on this, okay?
Cue the music.
I don't have music. Steven, make music. Not real music, but like make music. Do 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 do.
Sing the song you were supposed to make.
Yeah. Sing us the song of our people. Anyway, cards can be a bit of a money pit because if you buy pack after pack after pack after pack, you're going to get a lot of extras and not a lot of value. It is, after all, just cardboard.
Cardboard.
So,
expensive cardboard.
a very expensive, fancy printed cardboard. And people do go into debt over it. So, like, just like any other addiction, card addiction is a real thing. I wasn't kidding. We do call it in the nerd community cardboard crack because it can get addicting opening pack after pack after pack. Because it's a rush of adrenaline. Like, what am I going to get? Oh, open the next one. Oh, it's a form of gambling, but not gambling. But it's gambling.
It's gambling.
It's kind of gambling. For children.
Yeah, you expect each one. It's like, ooh.
Well, you're guaranteed a set amount of cards, and anything above that is extra. So you're guaranteed to get in a, depending on the set, a Weiss Schwartz pack. You're guaranteed like 8 cards in it. Some you only get 6, but in those 8 cards, you're guaranteed a certain amount of commons, a certain amount of uncommons, a rare, and a climax. Pokemon is the same way. There's 11 cards in each pack nowadays. Mm-hmm. You get 5 commons, 3 uncommons, 1 energy card, a reverse holo rare, or a reverse holo, and a rare. A reverse holo could be any card in the set except for super rares and above. That is just shinier on the rim instead of in the card if it's a holo. And then the rare can be a rare, a holo rare, a GX or other special card, full art, or an ultra rare or a secret rare. But like, you're guaranteed at least 11 cards. So it gets around that you're getting what you're paying for. It's just there's a chance you get something better.
Yeah.
I mean,
which is why if you're buying cards, buying it by the box is always better. Like if you're buying packs, because boxes are guaranteed to have a certain distribution of rares in them.
Yes, I mean, it's a constant gamble. You could get a pack and get nothing, or you can open a pack and
get the best thing ever.
Yeah.
So there was a set in Pokemon that if you opened up one of the cards in it was worth $60 right out of the pack.
Wow.
Tapu Lele, actually, because of its ability, it worked really well. So it was a $60 card. They've since released a set with a box with a promo of that card in it. Mm-hmm. So it's a lot cheaper to get your hands on those nowadays. So the price of the pack card is a lot cheaper. But it's still, you open it, it's a $30, $40 card. But other packs, most of the other packs, 5-cent rare.
Yeah, and there are times also where with card games and getting cards, you have to do random things. Like, I remember me and Alex and someone else at one point before they closed, went to Toys R Us to get a certain card.
Yes, we did. And
What
it was
card?
a promo card, and I have 4 of them. Thank you for asking.
Because,
but like, going to events and stuff and getting promo cards is all about the card gamer life. But here's the thing. This is why I love Weiss Schwartz so much. You buy 2 boxes, you're set with all your commons and uncommons.
Yay.
And most of your rares, you will at least have gotten one of everything, guaranteed. And that makes me happy, because I don't want to have to go and buy singles, because you can't get singles in the U.S. for what I want, because they're in Japanese. So you have to be... Most people don't deal in them, because it's just buy another box, you'll probably get it. Like, that's how it works. Yeah. So, I'm appreciative. And also, the cards don't rotate out of standard, quote unquote.
Or get nerfed the next...
Yes, they don't.
Yeah.
I mean, yes and no. There have been cards that have been restricted because they were too good, but that's only happened to a very small list of cards. So, Bushiroad, the company who makes it, does a really good job.
Yay.
But in general, Magic the Gathering is one of the worst offenders of this. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is pretty bad, and Pokemon can be bad, but because it's made for kids, less so. You can drop thousands of dollars and not get the card you want.
Yeah.
Let alone 4 of them, which is what you're going for. Excuse me.
Yeah.
So, it's a word to the public who don't know. Be wary what you're getting into. because I would hate to see anybody in the situation where they're buying cards instead of food or instead of paying rent, because I know people who that have happened to, and it's not okay.
Yeah.
I do have a quick question for Stephanie in regards to what type of if we decided to make him a Yu-Gi-Oh deck, what type of deck do you think would work for
Turtles.
Good.
I like turtles.
I mean,
Is there a
I like
turtle deck?
No.
there are turtle
What
cards.
is wrong with
There's
you?
turtle cards.
What is wrong with you, Yu-Gi-Oh? Make a turtle deck
To be
now.
Is there a turtle deck for...
To be perfectly honest, if we're making a deck based around turtles, I would need Embermoto's help to figure out how to make it.
Oh, that's
would-
nothing to be offended by. I mean, that's just fact.
Well,
I feel like Alex would do good with the XYZ monsters. Is that
Yeah.
what they're called?
XYZ, I think you would do well with an XYZ setup.
Whatever that means. Okay.
So what you do is you get a certain number of creatures that all have the same level, and then you combine them, or you tribute them to get something from your extra deck, and those monsters that you tribute become layers for that. And with each layer, you can activate your monster's ability.
Okay, so it's like leveling up.
Sort
of?
More you can use the materials to throw off. Like with some, you might be able to say,
Okay, wait. Let me give an example.
Okay.
So, for example, say you have a monster in your extra deck that's level 4, an XYZ monster, and you need 3 level 4 monsters to bring it out. Those 3 level 4 monsters become layers for that extra deck monster. And
so they go under it or something?
Yeah. And each time you activate its ability, you use one of the layers, and then that goes to the graveyard.
Okay, so it's like a marker. Okay, marker is something in Weiss. It's a Weiss term for something similar.
Yeah.
But the marker doesn't go away except under certain circumstances, or if the card goes to the waiting room, then it goes with it. But anyway,
Who would you want to battle first?
I don't know.
I mean,
Stephanie, because she's the one who's going to teach me how to play.
Yeah, and I have 2 decks. One that's
I want to look through your deck.
I have 2 decks that I'm
Also, Embermoto said there might be enough turtle cards to make it work. Dang straight.
I've never looked at
I mean,
Yu-Gi-Oh, like specifically turtle cards.
Well, with Yu-Gi-Oh, you have a choice when you play Yu-Gi-Oh, and you can play.
I know there's a tomato deck.
You can go. Well, you have.
There's a cabbage deck in Weiss.
Oh my gosh, turtle cards actually comes up.
So here's what I tend. You can make a deck for competition, which I will absolutely 100% say no to.
Even there's a turtle deck.
There is.
Victory!
Am I gonna have to? Okay, I'll start buying turtle cards.
Don't do it, Stephen.
Well,
Hey, help me build my extra deck first.
Yeah, help the person who actually plays the game, and then worry about like extra stuff.
So, for me, I have 2 decks.
Although the first comment says that this deck is complete trash.
That's okay. It just has to work.
Here's the thing. That sounds like the type of deck that you get because you want to.
Because you want to mess with your friends.
Like my deck is designed. I design decks around it's not as much to me about winning. It's about annoying the people I play with because that's what I find fun.
I feel like my deck is more annoying than your deck.
That's because my decks are recovering from having been looted by someone.
That's rude. Don't steal other people's stuff.
Yes.
Another PSA from Frost.
I feel like
This has been the most public servicey I've ever been on Talking Nerdy.
I feel like you need to start doing the more you know thing behind us sometimes. Why?
Or something.
Yeah, I could always start suggesting
Look
stuff
at
you
all
have
the
to edit.
turtle cards.
So the more you suggest things to edit in, the more I lose them.
Look at this card.
That's worth showing Alex, and then our people on the camera. What's the name of it?
No, you can show me later.
Performable stamp turtle.
But yeah.
Turtle cards.
So pretty much how I play is I like to build decks that
It's kind of trash though.
Who cares?
I like to build decks with the idea of let's
Let's have fun.
Yeah, because I don't want to play competitively. I've played against competitive players, and they tend to annoy me to no end.
So I used to think that way about Weiss, but I actually played in the competitive scene, as I talked about 3-4 weeks ago. Yeah, a month ago-ish. And it was really fun. There wasn't anybody who was, particularly rude or mean, and everybody was well-behaved. So, it's a fun thing to go to. You don't expect to win, and if you get far enough in, you go, okay.
Yeah.
Well then.
Well, let's definitely do some Let's Play card game stuff. Although
I think that could be fun. I think
Yeah,
that
I want to
definitely
play
could be fun.
Yu-Gi-Oh with someone sometime besides Steven because I always win.
Sorry, Steven, you're
I'm
not
kidding.
good
We
enough.
only
I
played
always
twice.
beat you.
yeah. Well, also remember
Technically, Alex won.
Yeah, no, I did win. I walked through the battlefield and said, "I'm a kaiju," and I won.
Well, I will.
I use ultimate stomp.
At some point next semester, if I can arrange it with her, I will bring Ember Moto up here to play against you.
I feel like she's gonna beat me.
Maybe, maybe not. We'll see.
How good is she at the game?
I've been teaching her, so.
Oh, so not that good.
Although me and her, since she got her pendulum deck, her decks run a lot like mine, where they either are really good and you're like, darn it, or
Okay, so
really
if we
either
battled,
works
who
or
do
it
you think
doesn't.
would win?
It depends on if the deck got off the ground. Is what it's saying. Is what he's saying.
Um,
It's an all or nothing type thing.
yeah, like I think my problem with Yu-Gi-Oh and why I don't do it competitively is I play with the idea, oh, I believe in the heart of the cards, and then I get nothing.
But you have to make sure all your cards support each other.
Yeah, I'm trying.
It took you till the end of the battle to get out that one card, and then I just beat you the next turn because you didn't have enough time to do anything with it.
Yeah, I have since actually been researching and found out that I can get some cards to make. I have to decide with that deck to go one direction or the other, but
Flip a coin.
or I could just build both because I have
But
enough.
isn't that more expensive?
I mean, probably.
Yeah.
Would you use both?
Well, I would love to set up the two versions of the water deck to be able to go against
I
each
miss
other.
my joke deck.
And
I don't remember where those cards are. Otherwise, I'd make it again.
It seems like that's a common theme with you, Stephanie. Is I don't know where that went. It's in my house somewhere.
No, I think I got rid of some of those cards.
Ah, well, that's fair.
I will admit there was one type of deck I always wanted to make, but
Okay, which is it?
a deck.
So mill
Well, I had
Yeah,
this one.
I love the idea of just
mill deck. Interesting.
yeah.
You don't usually get a lot of those in White Schwartz because you know why?
Why?
You can't mill out.
Wait, what is it?
When you mill out, when you run out of cards in your deck, you shuffle in your graveyard and you take a point of damage and you keep going.
Yeah.
Here's the
Because
thing,
you're
though.
expected
My
to go through your
cards,
deck.
I
Yeah.
can summon a monster, where when it's special summon, I can summon a monster from the graveyard, unless you banish them.
Yeah.
Is that like exile
If
or
It's
out
like
of play?
it's like the end. You can't bring it back.
So it's out of play. Remove
Yeah.
the game.
But I had this one card in my joke deck where you would discard 3 cards, and each card got a counter on it. And each time you use a counter, your opponent would take 1,000 damage.
That sounds really strong. This one
Yeah.
was what, 4,000 life?
And also, I had a bunch of
8,000.
cards.
It
I had a bunch of cards where you would discard it to the graveyard, and later on, it could reduce damage to 0. And it was really annoying.
But yeah, I like the idea of I like to have fun. To me, it's not about
Yeah, it's
So
fun.
it's not about winning, it's about having fun with your friends.
It's
and I
a
think that's
game.
the moral of any really good game. Any good gaming group, I should say. It's all about having fun with your friends, not about winning. And if you think it's about winning, I would suggest that you take a moment and rethink that. Because, I can definitely attest to this. It is so much more enjoyable and less stressful if you're not worried about winning and you're more worried about just having fun.
That's why I don't
Yeah.
really play competitive games.
I mean,
yeah, I don't like PvP in games at all. Like
My-
any sort of game. So
I mean, I have a cousin. I love when I am able to visit him because he has all these board games, and it's more
just play together, have fun, right?
yeah. He actually gave me a board game that I've been sitting in my trunk for a while.
You mean
What
X-Wing?
game?
Yes, I
The
really want
X-Wing.
to play that against y'all.
What game?
It's called Star Wars. There's a new version of it.
What?
Yeah,
Star Wars X-Wing. It's basically space combat with ships
Ugh.
from Star Wars,
Ugh.
which you don't know about yet, but we'll get there.
yeah.
But yeah, no. Board games are really fun because they don't take long usually. Some of them can take a long time.
Monopoly.
Usually. Well, no, Monopoly is hell.
Monopoly, people can get along and be perfectly friendly. Play Monopoly, they'll never speak to each other again.
No, that's Risk.
Family game night.
Now I want to.
Families have split over Risk.
Now I
So-
want to play Risk
Risk?
against you.
No,
What is
we're not
Risk?
playing Risk. I don't play Risk anymore.
What is Risk?
It's a strategy board game where you all have armies and you also have a map of the world and you take over parts of the world and the goal is to take over the world.
Just walk across the board.
That's the best way to end that game. Actually, the best way to play Risk is not playing at all. Is not buying it in the first place because it ruins families.
I have a friend that me and him used to play Risk all the time, and we just kind of accepted he was always going to win.
Yeah. But no. Board games in general, especially nowadays, there's a lot of really good board games out there. Really fun.
I've never really played board games.
Well, we can fix that. I've got quite a few. I mean, who doesn't enjoy a good game of Cards Against Humanity every once in a while?
Yes.
We're not going to talk about that, but look it up.
What about
Uh,
Settlers of Catan?
Settlers of Catan also.
I've looked every time I go to Bull Moose.
You keep thinking I should buy Settlers. I should buy Settlers. I should buy Settlers.
Yes, but
Yep.
there's also the part of me that's like scared I'll buy this game and then never be able to convince anyone to play with me.
The only game I ever played with my family was chess.
Chess is a good game though.
Yeah, but my uncle was a professional chess player, so
So
he
that's
beat me in
not
2
fair.
moves.
Oh,
That's not fair.
yeah,
And then I stopped after that.
No, yeah.
yeah. That's about as fair as me challenging Stephanie to go race up River Road in my car.
Yeah.
Do what?
To race in his car up the road in campus.
I thought you liked your car.
No, that would watch her win though, just because she just does something and it just boom, like it explodes out the back, but she gets up the hill fastest.
Well, also, no,
Exploding kitten with real kittens.
Exploding Kittens. No, Exploding Kittens is actually a ruthless card game too.
I mean,
I've seen people play it.
every time I suggest
It's like a board card game, so it's not like a card game.
I have a game.
Sorry, it's not a collectible card game. It is a card game.
I have a game in my room that's like who's most likely to, and
Oh,
it says
yeah,
play it
we
with
should play that.
play it with friends that will not.
No judgy.
Yeah. Well,
No
I
judging.
mean,
Yeah.
I think
It
I
said-
played that with Lizzie and Teddy.
Yeah, we might have played that with some of our friends.
I want to play with you guys.
You should. We should.
Yes.
I feel like Steven will win.
No.
Maybe.
It depends. Well, would we play like whoever has the most cards wins or loses?
Both.
What was it? Like every time. Sorry to bring it back to my end of games for a few seconds, but every time I suggest to Embermoto, hey Embermoto, you should drive my car, she always responds with the one thing, same words, crash boom, because
Crash,
that's
boom.
what whenever she plays my car games, I've like
Crash,
she
boom.
she always just crash and boom into everything.
Crash boom.
Yeah,
Good to know.
Boom,
No
crash.
driving for you, Embermoto.
or at least my car.
No driving because crash boom. See, the boom is the concerning part. Crashing if you just tap something, whatever. But the boom?
2 weeks after my cousin got his license, he crashed.
That's not good.
I mean,
He's okay now though.
I'm glad.
I think
my uncle let me drive his son's car while he was at work.
In like a parking lot.
Yeah.
how well did
That's
that
the
go?
way you learn how to
I
drive.
didn't crash. I could do everything except like reverse out of a parking stall.
That can be
Like
difficult.
parallel parking or regular.
No,
like-
he wouldn't let me do parallel parking.
That's an advanced technique. Yep.
And
My mom's really good at that because that was the only way of parking at my old school.
Well, that's the only way of parking near my house. So
Razor, I am not good at parallel parking.
I'm quite good at parallel
I-
parking.
I've never done it
You have a
before.
cheaty camera, no talking. He has a cheaty backup camera.
I hit the curve I've had to have.
Even with the cheaty camera,
I've seen Alex hit the curb.
I do it on purpose a lot.
I don't think he did it on purpose that time.
That. Okay.
I'm trying to
Both
get.
blew out my microphones there. The reason
I'm trying to.
is because
I
I
went down like this.
I had no idea that curb existed because that is a new curb. They literally installed a new curb, and I had no idea about it, and then it just, boom.
Thank goodness we weren't in my low slung car. We would have ripped
Yeah,
the
my
bottom.
car went over it just fine, but like, yeah. And then I went back. It was nighttime too, so I didn't know they had put it in. It had probably just been put in.
Thank you for dropping me off.
It was
Yeah.
put in this semester
Like-
to prevent flooding, I think.
Right? Yeah, I think so. But like, I hadn't seen it, and it hadn't been there like a week beforehand, and then it was there, and then I hit it. But no, sometimes I will actually rub on the curb because where I live, people don't always stay in the lines, so better get as far over as you can, just for safety.
Yeah. Well, be careful doing that because I had to have a friend of my father's help me hammer out the rims on my car because I dented them hitting.
See, my tires are what prevent me from hitting my rims off the curb, because the curb isn't that high.
Yeah, Nantucket was pretty darn high.
Yeah,
I'll take a picture of the traffic back home.
I believe you.
I've seen island traffic. It's
awful.
It's
Anyway, for the last 2 minutes, let's bring it back to something nerdy. How about?
There's only 2 minutes left?
Yeah,
Oh.
I know, it's pretty sad.
Anyone?
I think we are gonna have to do a Talking Nerdy off season via Discord or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What do you think?
I am game. I want to do it while I'm in London because I think that would be really fun to have.
I feel like it'd be cool to do like vlogging stuff
I
to
think
like
it's gonna be very difficult because you're gonna be 5 hours ahead of me. She's gonna be 7-ish hours or 8-ish hours, 7 or 8 hours
6
behind me. And we're going to have to make it work so all three of us are there.
I feel like it would be cool to do like vlogs because we're going to be in such different places.
I think so.
Yeah. And, well,
Nerdy vlogs.
so all my vlogs will be of nerdy stuff in London.
There are some places that I may or may not send you, Steven.
I don't know like where I would go for
And
nerdy stuff in Hawaii.
If I get a SIM card while I'm there, I'm definitely playing Pokemon Go. Because
Yeah.
I'll take you guys on a real life Pokemon hunt with real
Stephanie.
animals. What?
catch some Corsa.
Corsola.
Yes.
And you need to catch some
I know.
Heracross.
I'll maybe. We'll see. Anyway, final nerdy thoughts for the season, Steven.
Can I go last?
No.
Good luck. Good luck catching Pokemon in Pokemon Go over break.
I will accept that. Stephanie, final nerdy thought for the season.
I am looking forward to gaming videos.
Ooh, yeah, that's true. You can't wait to see what game I ultimately decide on.
Kindergarten.
That won't work.
Electronic Super Joy.
That may no. Well, no, that won't work either.
Pokemon Yellow.
That may work.
Yay! I'll watch that one.
Oh yeah. Well, you should watch them all anyway, Steven.
Be supportive.
Yeah. Support our channel.
I like the videos when I remember how to like
believe
stuff.
this? Can you believe this? Anyway,
You didn't ask Milkshake.
Milkshake already knows what we're gonna do. Mm-hmm.
And what is that?
He's gonna game with us.
But he doesn't have thumbs.
No, he observes. Like sometimes people sit there and you play one-player games together, and one person keeps track of all the important information.
Mm-hmm.
It's Milkshake's job. Anyway,
Moral
thank
support.
You, moral support. Thank you all so much for tuning in, not just today, but for the entirety of this season. We hope you join us once again, probably on the off season, but if not then, next season, picking up late January, early February, so keep an eye out on the @DJFrostWMC Twitter, because I will probably post there unless I forget, which is entirely likely. So, Thank you so much for listening on WLMC Landmark College Radio, on the FrostRaven YouTube channel, and on BCTV. We really appreciate your support. We really appreciate you watching us, and we hope you have a wonderful time from the time this point until we see you next. Catch you all on the next whatever we call these.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Have a wonderful time.
Bye.